Alright, what's up Dominators? Welcome back to VShare channel, and today I have with me Miss Grey the King.
Hi.
To help me do my GP deck recipe. So yeah, delayed quite long. I broke my finger. You can see it's a bit swollen. I think around here you can see it's swollen. But yeah, I broke my finger today, so besides the point, we're just gonna get straight into it. I feel that this deck is really strong, but it's high roll as well.
Which he net back off me, which I netted off somewhat with a personal change, but now he's using my exact list for himself.
No, not exact, okay.
Triggers, only
except
triggers.
The triggers.
Only the triggers make a difference.
No, triggers, and I told you I don't even want to run a grade 3, that grade 3 come, but you told me it's the best, so okay, fine.
You see,
Starter, Crimson Lion Cliff, I don't think I need to explain. Alright, draw one. Alright, grade 3 count, if I'm not wrong, it should be 11, yes. What's this called? Raven Hair.
Yes,
yeah,
so.
Raven Hair as well. So I don't think I really need to explain why.
We'll just go through. I'll just go through it. Counterblast one, if your Vanguard has Incandescent Lion Block Answer, it says a Vanguard, you may Counterblast one is a hand skill.
Yeah,
you may Superior Ride this card.
Yeah.
So effectively it negates the drive -1 effect of the Superior Ride with one
Wonder
Answer
Answer,
or moment which he doesn't run. But do keep in mind that Counterblast on the Gate Ranger, yes, it sounds good on paper, but effectively you're netting the same number of cards. Because you're gonna minus this card off your hand to ride. So it's
but basically it opens up the additional XL.
Yes.
And then the other skill is when I attack, you have Incandescent Lion Block Answer in your soul, you may counterblast 1. This unit gains 50k on crit, your opponent is unable to sentinel this attack. So basically applies that pressure. Moving on, we have the OR! Incandescent Block Answer. The one right now is because I don't have the other one. The last piece. For some reasons. Because I got the IMR, I got the OR, and the normal one.
missing one copy.
Basically, from hand, if you have Knights of Superior skills Bowman, right? Superior skills, right?
Knight of Superior skill Bowman and Knight of Elegant skill Gareth on rearguard.
Yeah, you soul blast your starter, which is Cliff.
You may Superior hand.
Yeah, -1 drive. Yeah.
If your opponent's
Great.
if your opponent's not rich, you get drive -1.
Drive -1. And then when you attack, you may call 1 card from hand to rearguard circle. That's basically it.
Which, something to take note, which I would actually like to emphasize, that there are merits to sitting on Block Answer instead of Superior Riding the Raven Hand. There's some games that actually, or some situations that you will actually favor the attack call one.
Yeah,
so case by case situation, you may want to Superior Ride or you may not want to. So it's up to you.
Yep. Moving on to the favorite friend, Sagramore, Corinne's best friend. Have the XL skill as well. On place, Vanguard Rearguard, so +1, draw 1, call 1. That's basically it. But on place from hand, take note. Yeah. So you can Superior call it from there and then so +1, call 1, draw 1, call 1.
So it's a +1 to field, so yeah.
And it allows you the multi attack. Then last but not least, we got Mark Slash Dragon. Just Mark Slash. Well, it is a dragon, so yeah. Vanguard Rearguard skill, even though it doesn't have the XL, when attack, call +1, call 1 rearguard to call 1 card from hand to rearguard and +5. So multi attacking, same with Sagramore, but instead of soul blasting, counter blasting, so it's different. You know, this is soul blast, this is counter blast.
The +5k can actually be very potent in some matches, which that +5k could reach Force Clan's Vanguard, or it can make magic number against any XL or Force or XL or Protect Clan. Which is actually important. The extra 5k could make a difference depending on how many cards in the opponent's hand. True.
Alright, moving on to Viviane. So 4 Vivianes, 1 OR here, which is literally OR. Literally the OR. Skill on place from hand. Vanguard Rearguard, counter +1, top 3, call 1. This unit gains 3k, so it's 12k beat stick. Very good against Excel and Protect Clans where he's magic. Not so good against Force, but on the XL circle, obviously, it's 22k base unit, so it's still pretty good. 4 off necessary, even though it's a very high cost. But yeah, taking note that this can call any card. You have to call the card which is the same grade as the Vanguard. So if your Vanguard's at grade 1, you can call up to grade 3 also. That doesn't make any sense. If your Vanguard's at grade 2, you can call up to grade 3 as well.
Yeah, if you get high roll top 3, you can see a Mark Slash, it gets going.
Yeah, or you can get Sagramore, so yeah.
But you probably want to count for that at the point.
Moving on to Wonder Ezel, so I don't feel the need to explain, but we'll do it anyways. Basically, this Vanguard skill, Soul Blast 1, you retire 1 Hoel, which is this grade 1. You search your deck for 1 Incandescent Lion Block Ezel, ready at stand, -1 drive. And then the other skill is when this unit is placed, you may call 1 card from your hand to rearguard circle, which blocks off D-Drain and some other skills like Viviane for or Sagramore or Mark Slash for the multi attacking. Actually not Mark Slash, but yeah, Sagramore and actually
Viviane. To most people's surprise, it's not Bowman, but Azurus.
Azurus. So basically, Vanguard skill, it's the exact same skill as Vianney, but instead of the cost of combat so plus 1, you discard 1 card from your hand.
Top 3, call 1 grade 2 or lower.
No,
equal or lower to Vanguard.
Yeah, so basically, the restriction of Vianney is not there, but restriction for this card is there. If Vanguard's a grade 2, you only can call grade 2 or lower. So if you are unlucky, you check top 3 or grade 3, then if Vanguard's a grade 2, you suck thumb, can't call anything.
Okay, now going over to the explanation of why Bowman is not being run on deck. And spoiler, there's no Gareth. Now, the thing about that combo is that it's really ineffective it's effective, yes, if you're going first, that's one thing. But in the condition, you have to have specifically 2 pieces in hand. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and then you still net once off because you are super riding to blonde as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna minus 1 card from hand if... Okay, it's effectively if you're gonna minus that 1 card from hand to maybe can apply more pressure. If you go first, yes, it works. But if you're going second and minus 1 drive could have been better off because you're playing a deck with a very minimal plusing engine to hand or a glass cannon deck. So that's one thing you would want to. And so in a sense, and another thing if you're gonna argue is that the discard 1 to Super Call Gareth, yes, it's maybe good, but discarding 1 to search for a specific card which may potentially have a limit to it, which this doesn't. You can discard 1 to top 3, can potentially call to anything. You can see a Mark Slash, you can see like anything, Din Drain, anything works. That's why we're running Azurus over Bowman. But Bowman is still fine, it's still a 12k beat still call by effect. However, it's only effective against Excel and Protect Clan, but Force is not going to do anything. So, going with this.
Yeah. Moving on with Hoel. So, yes, skill is at end of battle that it boosted, take note only boosted, not attack. You may card plus 1, shove this guy into your soul, provides you the soul for the drain, and then you draw 1 and call 1 card from hand. So you basically combo this off. Must have Ezra Vanguard. So basically combo this off with, let's just say, Sagamore, Mark Slash. Best is you combo this off with one Ezra skill procs, you call 1 from hand. You call, using him, you call one Ezra, call another one, then call another one. Well, preferably on Excel circles because if you do your shenanigans, the super right, which you should have 2 Excel open up. Most of the time, and then sometimes also you keep rewriting into Ravenhead if you have an extra in hand. So the best is about 2 to 3 Excel circles per game lah. But if you're unlucky, you'll probably only get 1 of either misriding to Ravenhead first or getting stuck on 1 Ezra, which is not bad in certain situations, but you're only limiting yourself to that 1 Excel circle. Moving on to this guy, Blenius. Reason, let's go to the skill first. When your grade 3 or greater Vanguard is placed, you move this card. Grade 3 Vanguard is placed, you may shove this guy into your soul, provides you the soul again. And then you draw 1, call 1. So it helps you filter the deck really well. And then comments for you.
Yes, this card basically 1, that's what Vijay had mentioned. If he was a soul, that's one thing. 2, from what I can see, there's a build going around that's playing Garmor, which actually plays this card. I realized that having this card, it provides you a lot of field presence, from what I can see. Like, you can chain this into a Sacramore, which Soul Blast is going to chain to another card, so that's an additional field presence, which having that field presence is going to be very important against matchup like Narukami, which they want very minimal rear guard on your side. So, 3 of these, you may or may not want to play 4, but sticking to 3 because if this card is effectively dead, but when it comes to mid to late game, so you don't want to see that many. You don't have that many dead cards. And one thing you can do is that maybe if you have Ravenhead in hand, you got Blonde Vanguard, you can call it out first before you do the counter blast skills. It works too. So you can Soul Blast that bullshit. Yeah. So 3 of that.
So yeah, that's one way also of saying it. It provides your soul as well for this card, which is Drain. On place, you may Soul Blast 1 to either counter charge 1 and gain 3k, or you draw 1. So if you draw, you don't gain the 3k, but if you counter charge, you do gain the 3k. Basically, your counter charger for the deck.
So self-explanatory resource.
Can proc off basically Mark Slash, Sagamore, this guy, and this one as well. So actually, every card here procs almost except for Ravenhead. Yeah.
I say Dindrains, you're pretty much the backbone of your deck.
Yeah, backbone of your deck.
Your resource.
Yeah.
Literally.
So every card here actually procs off Dindrains except for Ravenhead. Surprisingly.
Next where triggers.
Alright, so
differs
from him because I actually choose to run 3 fronts. So 5 crits, 3 fronts. Weird build, yes, I understand, but I find that okay, there's negatives and positives of running 3 fronts. So I've seen people run like 0 heals or maybe 3 heals at max, but I feel that running the fronts, right, even though, okay, let's just say early game you're in drive check, grade 1, grade 2, where you have no field presence at all, obviously you try check the front, it sucks. But at a mid to late game, let's just say if you are still fronts in the deck, it's actually quite scary. I've actually won games by checking, let's just say, opponent 2 pass when you're on Ravenhair. I check front, I check another trigger, or into Vanguard. You don't have to think, because front is basically your whole front row is 10k.
Effectively, it gives you the luxury of not having to select a power to certain unit.
So, and the fronts also provide pressure. Let's just say your opponent just check the trigger, especially on force Vanguards. It's really, really hard for you to actually get any combo off at all, because it's literally shutdown, 0. You almost cannot hit anything unless you're Exo Circle, but Exo Circle has limitations as well. Only your grade 3s and selective grade 3s such as Mark Slash only. Actually, I realized that, yeah, only Mark Slash. Sayama can't hit because of force Vanguards. So one of the reasons why I run fronts also is because you are able to cancel out the trigger, or plus as well. Some people might choose to run 6 crit 2 fronts, sure, but I prefer more consistency in the sense that you will drive check front into a crit or another trigger, or draw or heal. So one of the reasons why I run 5 crits and 3 fronts. Crit for the pressure of Ravenhair, so opponents no guard, you drive check the crit, just 3 damage basically. Fronts is pressuring as well because you allow most of your regards to hit, even though your opponent charges the trigger, and you don't really need to think much when, you know, your opponent 2 passes you for Ravenhair. When you just check front, your opponent starts to sweat, you know, literally. So yeah, that's basically for my trigger. Unlike Misgrade King, he runs 8 crits in the deck. Yeah, the positives, obviously, you just check crit more for Ravenhair most of the time. Sometimes people will no guard your Ravenhair, just check 2 crit, they immediately lose the game, because, you know, for damage. And then crits also provide the pressure of your opponent to guard, guard the rear guards, even though you don't drive check. I mean, you don't let the attack hit pass, the attack pass for Ravenhair. So yeah, that's basically my deck currently for GP. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you, Misgrade King, for being here to explain like some card names and the skill and abilities of why we run this and not run that. And yeah, I'll see you Dominators in the next video where I post either a deck recipe or a deck fight again. So yeah, peace!